Okay, if everyone still plays League of Legends or plays any Riot games, I think the most ridiculous news I've seen for the past, I would say maybe for the past couple of days now. I think it was the Faker skin, right? The Faker's found the Faker $500 skin. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I mean it's so ridiculous. I don't know how did they even like thought of a price range like that. Someone had to propose it, right? I mean, it's not like they just they just like went out with a random number. If someone have to propose it, I mean, you know how those corporations work. Everything have to go through a process. From top down or whether bottom up, like reporting a proposal and an approval and a revision and all that stuff, right? So there had to be multiple people that went through this price range. Just looking at it, so I have to propose like, okay, let's do 500 for a digital skin that doesn't even at least give me a statue, man. I mean, at least give me like a model figure or something, anything like for like a collector kind of like a physical. There's not even physical, everything's digital. And someone someone have to look at it, it's like 500 makes sense to me, let's approve it, let's go with it, just roll it. I mean there's nothing wrong with them for pricing something at 500, right, for a skin. I think at this point it's the fault actually is on whoever buys it now. Honestly, like when you just look at it, and then you're thinking about it, do I want a faker? Do I want a faker digital signature on this with a skin for $500? No, $500 is no small money though. It's not like. I think 500 is like 500 is kind of like a borderline of cheap and like expensive. I don't know. It's like it's kind of like trending that borderline. It's like 100. It's like, oh, okay, it's expensive but not that much. And then like 200, and then I feel like 500 is kind of like that point of it's like I don't know about this one, fam. That's a kind of a deal, I think, to be honest, I think Riot is slowly trending, try to test the limit, testing the limit of what they can do, right? And of course, Faker is probably the biggest name in Riot, and I think he still is. I don't think anyone has come to some sort of a branding as close to Faker as. Yeah, I don't think anyone in League is like close to Faker level branding as anyone else. So I mean, it makes sense for them to use them. But from what I've seen, I think at least from what I read so far, like Faker doesn't even use skins, which is, I think, when I was playing League, that was like what, 5-6 years ago. It was when shoot, I don't even remember the champion that came out. I think it was even way before Ophelio. I think that's his name. Yeah. It was just, I don't know. Well, for me, it's like because no one plays anymore, right? None of my friends plays anymore, and I was only playing like ARAM with like one more guy, and then we just like, and then I forgot what happened, and then we just kind of stopped, and yeah, it just happened. It just suddenly stopped, and then. I don't think I ever even touched League after that, which is wild. With how popular it is. Still, I think it's still the most popular esports, right? Yeah, it's still the most popular esports. And yeah, I don't even watch World. I still know like friends who doesn't play, but they still watch Worlds and stuff like that. But I don't even do that anymore. So I'm almost like I feel like I'm completely out of the loop on League. But I think this news was so big that even some of the I would say retired, so quote unquote retired League YouTubers that even came back. I think the one I noticed the most was like Red Mercy. It's like they brought Red Mercy back from the graves or something like that. To be honest, in a way, I really want to know who would buy it. I actually really want to know. either they buy it, either they're just buying it for flexing reasons, or just they're just gonna buy it. They just buy it for a funsies. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I really don't know. Who's gonna buy it. I hope someone buys it. Honestly, you know what? At this point, I actually kind of hope someone buys it. I actually kind of hope everyone buys it. You know, I think we're at that point. Just like, you know what? I just want to see who buys it. I just want to know. Oh man, yeah. I mean, don't really fault them though. I mean, people are already buying like so many things because there are people in that game that collect skins, right? I mean, for me, okay, take me for example. I don't collect skins in that game, but in Maple Story, that's like in Maple Story, I collect chairs, okay? And there's way more chairs than the entirety of Riot skins, okay? But you know, I don't really spend like real money. I just collect like event chairs. I'm on the cheaper side, but I know some crazies out there that collect every single chair out there in Maple Story, and those worth way more than whatever Riot tried to put out. I think, like, well, what is it? What's the total pricing on the Riot skins? Probably 16,000 maybe in total if you bought every single skin. But I think the good thing is that they do have like some sort of free skin system, kinda in place. But I think I got some of my skins through that. But I don't know, man. I feel like these companies are just getting greedier and greedier, isn't it? It wasn't even that long ago. It was Ubisoft, the whole Ubisoft, the whole Ubisoft purchasing price. I mean, forget about the whole whatever the Yasuke stuff, right? I mean, just look at the pricing. First, you think that the Star Wars Outlaw was ridiculous, but no, it was just the beginning. They outdone themselves. Oh my god, it's the Assassin's Creed one. It's even worse than the Outlaw one. They like the same price, but they actually give you less product, which is wild to me. It just was wild. And then after that, I think it was pretty recent too. They also introduced a membership for Rainbow Siege 6. That's I think who talked about it? I think Youngya talked about it. Yeah. Like, it's like basically it's not even a free-to-play game, and just like a baseline purchase, and there are like multiple microtransactions within the game already, and now you just lay on top of it another membership, which is honestly, you know, I kind of respect it. In a way, I kind of respect it. Like to a point where the whole game, the game isn't really anything. Like it was, the game itself, it's purchasing. I actually want to see how many like microtransactions can they actually fit into a single game. Would you want to see that? I mean, wouldn't that be? I think that could be like a record, right? Like a Guinness World Record, like the most microtransaction in a single game. I'm sure someone would do that. I know. I think I'm pretty sure like Asmongold talk about it, but I hope he does it. I hope he makes a game like the just massive amount of microtransaction in there. Just throw it in there. Just let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of game. Just see what kind of game. Just what kind of game can you like cooked up with just pure microtransaction. You know, I mean, I mean, it could be fire, right? It could be fire. It could be fire. But anyway, okay. I hope. Okay, so we had like Riot, right? Riot, and then Ubisoft. I want to see what EA does next. Truth be told, I want to see like can EA top them off? Maybe like a Madden. I don't know, some sort of Madden game. Okay, I'm betting EA have something bigger cooking up, you know, and then it's gonna be even more ridiculous pricing. Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. But don't buy it. Seriously, don't buy it. Just don't buy it.